Hey, what's up, guys? So I have a lot to talk about today. If you guys want to stick around, I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff here. I'm going to go through the entire NBA slate. I looked at it, started looking at it last night, and I did find some stuff already. So it's only really 4 games. And I did find two in college basketball. And then I have not had a chance at all to look at the player props. So I'm going to be doing that right now, right on this live. And I'll show you a different way that I found out how to do this. So it's going to be a lot faster and a lot cleaner. I actually tested it out yesterday and it worked out. So I'm going to kind of do that on this live and show you exactly what I'm doing for the player props. So right now I'm going to go through the slate for basketball, answer your questions if you have any. What's up, Bob? Good morning. So yesterday was a shitty day. It was a 0-4 day for me on the live and on the VIP. And I think there was another hockey play that I'm not counting. I have to go back and look, but it was some sad losses, man. These guys lost by one. They hit a three at the end right there in overtime. It was a sweat. These guys won pretty comfortably, and then these guys took the loss. So that was a parlay that killed it. I don't know what the hell happened to these dudes. They were down by 15 at one point or 20 points or something. They ended up winning, but they ended up coming back. What's up, Glenn? So they ended up coming back and winning the game, but they didn't cover the spread. And I figured they were not going to cover the spread because they were down by 20 points. This guy, the crazy man, all it was just one of those days, man. This guy won, this guy hit, and then obviously this guy he hit 9 points, so he literally missed by 1 point, and that was because which is even ridiculous to say, but the Pistons they won by like 40 points or something, so they sat out all their starters. And then this guy was even missing layups. So I was watching the game a little bit, and I was like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" He was missing threes. He was airballing. He was like bouncing it all. It was crazy. It was just a ridiculous day. Luckily, I had this promo offer. They just moved into what is this called? They just brought this into Illinois, which is Bet365. I didn't even know about it. My nephew's the one that told me. So I had $1,000 bet for free, and it's just they call it risk-free betting or whatever. Let me see if I can pull that in. You can see I hit this $1,000 and I put in 1,000 when the Knicks were down. So the way the game started with the Knicks and the Heat, the Knicks were down by 9 points, like in the first quarter, 9-0, and then that's when I threw it in right here at a minus 200, and it was a free bet anyways, and I made $500 with that. So normally that goes against what I say about unit size and stuff like that, because normally my unit size right now is $50, but I threw in $1,000 because it was a free bet and it cashed. So what I'm learning and what I'm doing is I think I'm gonna start staying away more from parlays now. I was doing very well for myself with just doing straight bets and spreads and over unders and all that stuff. Ever since I started parlaying, it's decent. It wins. Overall record is very good. So I'm not going to stop it, but I'm going to start looking more at. I'm going to start looking more on doing like straight up bets. So today I actually have 4 of them. I'm going to give you guys 2 of them here, and then I already gave away 2 in the VIP. I'm going to confirm these plays, and then I'm going to give the other 2 to VIP. Or if I find something else right on this live, I'll throw that into VIP. Right now, I'm offering, if you go to the link in the description and you type in the word madness into the 1 month pass, you'll get 50% off, and that'll get you through all of March Madness and pretty much towards the end of the NBA season. So, anyways, that's what happened yesterday. Now I'm going to start going through here. That's what I'm on 365. All right, cool. Yeah, they just brought it into Illinois like 4 days ago. So I got that $1,000 bonus and it hit for me. So that was a good day as far as that one bet. So, anyways, here we go, guys. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I've already looked at some of this stuff. And then what I really want to talk about is these props. So, what I did is just so you know, I'll tell you straight up right now, I went into Price Picks. And you can see I don't really use Price Picks like this. But what I'm going to use it for, I don't have a lot of money in there. But what I'm using it for is for the popular tab right here. So if you go into Price Picks, and other books have it too. I've seen this in FanDuel, like trending players and stuff like that. I talk about it sometimes, but this makes it so much cleaner. Check this out. This guy right here, there's 16,000 bets. This guy has 12,000 bets. This guy has 8,000 bets. This guy has 6,000 bets. So it kind of tells me exactly what people are betting on. And obviously, it's not just the overs; it could be the unders. So yesterday, I hit with Trey Murphy. I didn't put it out there, but I hit with Trey Murphy on the under 40.5 on the under PRAs or 30.5 or something like that. And this dude hit zero. I don't know what happened if he got injured or whatever, but he literally had 0 points and 0 rebounds and 0 assists. And that won. So I found it just by doing this same research that I do, but starting off with this list right here. So I'm going to try it again, guys. I'll go through this list. It's not too many players. You can see it's only about, I don't know, 15, 20 players or something like that. It's less than that. It's probably like 15 players. So I'll go through that, guys, with you here after I go through the slate, if you guys want to stick around for that. All right, let me go in here now and kind of go through this. So another little situation I figured out is that the guy that works with me, he was doing this wrong. He was adding the wrongs. He was adding the wrong. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the line move right here, where it says line move. He was leaving this the way it was at the start. So it was incorrect. So basically, I've already corrected this, and now it shows the exact line, and it's a lot easier to read. You'll see what I mean if you've been following me for a while. And that right here is going to be the True Edge Pro and the daily scraper data. So this is what you would get if you had that on your belt. So here it is. And I'll explain what I mean. So here's the Hawks, 32 and 36. They're about 50-50. Hornets are 17 and 50, which is a horrible record. Hawks are only 3 and 7 when they've gone against the Hornets. You can see the ATSs. There's nothing here that's telling me that I should go with either team. You can see all the injuries. There's a lot of people that are out for the Hawks. This guy's questionable. All of these dudes are questionable or out. The spread started at a minus 10.5 and it shifted to a -6. What that means, so the way you got to look at this, if you don't know how to read line moves, is that whatever it's going towards zero, that's who's favored, even if it's at the plus number and is going to a plus number. So whatever's going towards zero is where the line is going. So you can see right here, it says movement towards zero. So for example, right here, they started as a heavy favorite of a minus 10.5, and now they're less favored. So what that's telling me is that it's going on the opposite side. So it's going towards the Hornets at a plus 10.5. So like this, plus 10.5, and now it's at a plus 6.5. So then I would be, if I wanted to go with this game, I would be looking at the Hornets at the opening line of plus 10.5. If that didn't make sense, guys, it's simply called line movement. I can explain that better in a different video if you guys want me to. But anyways, it's moving towards the 0, 4 points, and it's going towards the Magic. So right here, significant line movement towards Charlotte, just like I said, 10.5 to 6.5, despite public money coming in at Atlanta. The sharp money's coming in on the Hornets. So there's a contradiction there. I'm not touching it. All right, Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. So again, guys, if I confirm it, right, I have 2 plays in the NBA. If I confirm them here, I'll give them to you. Right now, I was using this time to confirm these plays. So I'll give you the slip if it's confirmed. And then I'll throw it over to VIP. And the reason I haven't thrown it to VIP for you guys that are in VIP is I wanted to confirm these because I've been looking at college, I've been looking at props and all this other stuff. Anyways, here we go. Boston Celtics. The Celtics automatically should win this game. You can see the record is horrible right here. The Nets, they've been struggling. They're pretty much giving up for the season. You get the 49 and 19. Obviously, all the little rookies and all the bench players, obviously, they want to make a name for themselves. So you never want to say that they gave up. But the team definitely doesn't want to win anymore so they can get better positioning for draft. So the Nets are in that position right now. 3 and 5 against the spread. The Nets are 5 and 5. Celtics are 5 and 5 against the spread. You can see there's not too many questionable people. This guy would make a huge difference if he's out. Let me see if he's green over here. Let's take a look. So if we look over here, Tatum is questionable, and then he's grayed out right here. So what that means, it's a toss-up play. This is the exact same thing that happened yesterday, and then he ended up playing. But right here in this position, the Boston Celtics are on a back-to-back, so you got to be careful with that. The line did open at a 12.5. Let me make sure that they played yesterday. Give me a second. Boston Celtics yesterday. Score. Did they play yesterday? I'm pretty sure they did. This thing is not giving me the score. Does anybody know if Celtics played yesterday? NBA games yesterday. It's important because if you're looking at the team to win and they're tired, it makes a big difference. So it doesn't look like they played yesterday. All right, good. So they played 2 days ago. Anyways, he was questionable, and he ended up playing. So what I was trying to say here is that the line opened at a 12.5. Now it's at a 13.5. Is that right? Yep. So it's going towards the Celtics. Which application do you use for what? Application for what? So anyways, public betting is on the over. It increased 94%. I'm not touching the what do you call it? The over-unders. So I'll leave that alone. The Celtics, the projected score, they're supposed to win by 18. The line movement is favoring Boston. Again, it aligned with the public sentiment. It's moving towards stronger 52%. Total is down despite the overwhelming over. Okay. So this is the one I'm going to confirm it here. The first play that I'm going to go with is, let me explain this. So this is the big one. Where is this? Sorry, give me a second. So this is the big one. You can see the projection is 121 to 103. Everything is aligning with that reasoning. So where the hell is this play at? Give me a second here. Oh, so another thing, right here is going to show that I only put $29 in here when normally I put 50. The reason that is that they've blocked my account, so I'm limited because I've been whooping them. So they only take limited amount of money, and this was the best odds I can find. So I just took it for $29 instead of the. So Glenn is asking me which application am I using. I have access to about 13 different books. So what I do is I go into OddsJam. There's other ones called like OddsShark, OddsJam, VSiN, things like that. And then I find the best odds. So for this line right here, Celtics minus 11.5. Hard Rock is the one that had the best odds at a minus 145. And I took it there because that was the best odds I can find. So I use them all that I have available to me. If you don't have access to more books, send me a text message and I'll hook you up with an international book. That's my number. Take a screenshot, send me a text and say, hey, or just say international book. We're interested in international. Also, if you want the free stuff and also if you want our plays, go to bsportspicks.com, where the link is also in the bio. And if you want overall just you want access to all our plays, go to the link in the bio. And then you're going to get to this point right here where you'll see the free stuff there, the VIP stuff, the Discord, the tools that we use right here, the Outlier, True Edge Pro, all that stuff. That's in the link in that description there. All right, let's keep going. So the first one I gave you guys is 11.5. I just confirmed it. I'm going to throw that over to VIP. So you guys got ahead of VIP today because I wanted to confirm it. So Fanatics did the same thing to me because of the advice. I won too much. Yeah, man. Fanatics banned me a while ago too. They only allow like $11 or $10 or something like that. Send me a text message, Bob. I would like to interview you for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I would like to just talk to you on camera if you don't mind, and I can give you like a week or a discount or something like that if you're interested. Just send me a text right there. I would like to talk to you just to kind of talk to you about how much, how you were doing before you met me and then how you've been doing after and stuff like that. All right, so let's go. Bucks and Warriors. This game is very, very, very toxic. I was looking at these numbers. Thanks, Bob. So I was looking at these numbers and everything about this game is just screaming to stay away. I'm going to go through it, but I'm not going to put anything on it. First of all, the first thing is that the Golden State Warriors played yesterday. The Bucks are rested. So I'll start there. The Bucks are 37-29. They have a very similar record. The Bucks are only covering spreads 3 out of the last 10 games when they've played the Warriors. The Bucks are 7-3, and then the Warriors are 4-6. So the Bucks should have an advantage here. However, you go to GTD right here. You look at the injuries and stuff. You go down to all the injuries. Where is it? You can see Lillard is questionable. This guy's questionable, Giannis, but they got the little green check marks, so they should play. But they are questionable. They opened at a 2.5, it's favored, and now they're at a 3.5 on the opposite side. Now, so it flip-flopped. It went from one side to the other. The Bucks started as favorites, and now the Bucks are favored. So I'm sorry, the Bucks were favored, and now the Warriors are favored. Patrick is asking, can you send a final confirmation of your picks? You say early looks, but not final. Then never came back with final. That is final. Early looks just means that that's what I'm looking at, and you're getting it early. That is my final looks. If you're in VIP and you're getting the alert, that's a final look. Just because it says early, that means that's what I'm looking at early, and more stuff might come later. I hope that makes sense. So projected score, you can see is very close, 112 to 110. Dramatic reversal from -2.5 to 3.5 on the Warrior side represents a 6-point swing. So again, it's very toxic. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to go through all this stuff, but I'm staying away. There's a dramatic line move. There's too many issues with this game. I'm not touching it. If Giannis plays, I might look at it again. I don't think I'm coming back to that game. I'm going to stay away. It's easier to stay away when the shit doesn't make sense. So here's the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the second one I like. It's going to be Cavaliers. I want to confirm it right now with you guys, and then I'll throw it over to VIP if it's confirmed. So I do like Cavaliers in this position. Let me make sure they didn't play yesterday. Let me see. It doesn't look like they played yesterday. No, they didn't. So let's go back in here. All right. So Cleveland Cavaliers, 56-11. Clippers are 38-30. They're 5-5 when they faced each other. They're both 5-5 covering spreads. That's one of the main reasons the line is projected to be so close. The spread came in at -1. Now it's at a -4. So that's a huge, significant factor right there. That's telling us that it is coming towards the Cavs. So I'll put this in here right so you can see it. It's projected that the Clippers are going to win this game, but that's just a projection. It went away from 0, meaning it went towards the Cavs. I hope that's making sense. Again, I would make a video if you guys want me to, explaining that. This one I don't like right here, where it's projected that the Clippers are going to win. The line movement is favoring Cleveland, just like I had said. The total dropped. That doesn't really mean much to us right now. Cavaliers have an impressive season. We already know that. The game presents a contrast between the money coming in on Cleveland and the projected score, just like I said. So the play, I'm going to stick with it. I love the Cavaliers, and I don't think the Nugget or the Clippers have it in them to beat them. So you can see. Let me just confirm the injuries. So I'm gonna come in here, and you can see Mobley might be a big factor in this game. You can see Powell is back, Harden's playing, and they have their whole squad. That's the reason that they were favored, and now the Cleveland is favored. So, anyways, Mobley is probably going to be out. That's the reason this line started at where it started at, or it can be reversed, where he could be playing, and now the line is going towards Cavs. Either way, whatever it is, I already put my money in there. I'm keeping it in there, and it's going to be for the Cavs money line. So again, that goes back to what I was saying, is that before I would have tried to put these together. I would have said, Cavaliers plus 5.5, and then I would have done what's the other one? The Celtics. So I would have bought back the Celtics at let's say -5.5, and then I would have done the Cavaliers money line or something like that. But I'm not gonna be forcing those parlays anymore. I'm gonna be doing them as needed. But right now, I do like the Cavs and I do like Celtics. All right, guys. So for sticking around, I'm going to go through the player props now. And Let's take a look. So like I said, I found this out yesterday that this is a little bit, I've been doing this in different ways where I'm looking at the hottest trending players and then I go and start the research from there. And it worked out. I was doing little $10 bets just to kind of confirm it. I'm not going to go through my book, but a lot of them were winning. And it was just 2-mans and 3-mans. And it was just basically looking at these players and see how they're doing. So Cameron Johnson is the hottest player today. He is the hottest trending player. So let's go to Johnson. Cameron Johnson. You can see his points are 17 and his line is all the way at 28. So you can see right here is 28. And that's what he hit last time. So this might be an underplay. Let me look at the projections over here. He is projected to hit around 20. So I don't know why that line is that high. Let me go back in here. Oh, that's his points, rebounds, and assists. Okay. You see, you got to pay attention to this. Like I said, I don't use Price Picks. So, okay, you got to look at this right here. It says points, rebounds, and assists. All right, let's go back. So I'm going to go into points, rebounds, and assists. Okay, let's see what his projection is going to be. 28. So he should be hitting this line. He should be hitting this line. So what I'll do in this position is I'm going to go to points. I'll go to 15 points. And that's what I'll do right there. So I'll do Cam Johnson for 15. Actually, let me go back in here first. Look at his assists. Let's see how solid he is. Rebounds. Yeah. So I'll do points alone. That's where he's more consistent. So let's do Cam Johnson, 15 points. All right. Let's go to the next guy, LaMelo Ball, 27 points. LaMelo Ball. 27 points. That seems like it's a very high number for this guy. What is his projection? He's projected to hit 21. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, and you could already, like I said, I already talked about the Celtics. They're supposed to be blowing this team out. They're supposed to be winning by 13. So what I would say is go on the under on this guy, on the points. And then let me see how we would do this. 27.5. I would probably do the under right here. He is projected to hit 21. So this one, like I said, I'm not going to force any parlays that much like I used to. So I might just do the under right here. So I'll do a ball under 27.5. Either that or in FanDuel, I've only seen this done in FanDuel. I can go and buy it back and go to 30 points on the under. I'm not going to go in there and show you, but basically I would go inside of FanDuel. I would go to 30 points and go on the under just to give myself a little bit of a wiggle room right there. But I like it there for under 27.5. You can see right here, he's hitting this 80% of the time. He's hit this 22. So he does not hit this line against this team. Plus, they're supposed to be blown out. Plus, there's a lot of things. So I like it on the under. Let's go to the next one. Zubac for points. All right, let's go to Zubac. Zubac for points. Damn, that looks solid. He is projected to hit 18. So what I'll do with this guy is I'll just make sure I get him at 15 instead of 16. So he is favored by the books to get on the over right there. So I'll do Zubac. And I'll do 10. So 10 points. So what I'm doing basically is I'm buying it back. So like Cam Johnson was at 20, Zubac was at 15, and I'm buying it back 5 points on each one. And I'll probably do that for a few more. And for props, I'm going to still keep it for 2 to 3 legs at the most. So let's keep going here. All right. LaMelo Ball again, PRAs. Let's look at his PRAs. Let's go back. Ball. Let's look at his PRAs. On the under, he is projected to go on the under, only hitting 32 of these. So again, it's up to you. I don't like to do the same player twice, but I'll put it out there if you like it. And with the problem with this guy is that he can go off one game and he can hit this line just with points. So you got to be careful with these kind of players like that. So let's look at the injury risk real quick before I do that on Charlotte. So he is supposed to play. You can see he's got Bridges is out. That's the reason. So the reason is that he has these high lines is because Bridges is out. So he'll be getting the ball a lot more, is what I'm trying to say. So having said that, let me go back in here. I might stay away from this one because now he's going to have to be feeding, he's not going to have Bridges to back him up. So I'll leave that alone as a PRA. Let's go back. Zaire Williams, 16.5. Zaire Williams, 16.5. All right. Zaire Williams, 16.5. PRAs. All right. Let's see what we got over here. 15. So this is projected to go on the under. He did hit over here head to head. So there's a contradiction. There's a contradiction here because it says over here that he's hit this 80% of the time. Last 5, he's hit 50% of the time. You can see it's 50-50. And then I go to his projections and it's on the under. I don't like it. So there's too many contradictions. I'll stay away. Let's go back. James Harden, 37.5. This guy might be, whenever he has his full squad, he could be a superstar or he could be shitty as hell. So it's a little bit contradicting here. I'm going to skip over this because you would have to kind of go back. If you were paying attention to all these games, you would have to kind of go back and see that Powell has been out, and then Zubac was out, and then this dude was out. So these numbers are not going to be consistent. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to skip over this guy just because of that reason. Because, like I said, he's got his full squad back, so he might act different. Strus for points. Let's see. Strus for points. Strus for points. All right, let's take a look. This should be a close matchup, so they should not be taking him out. He is projected to hit 10 points. I like this one. I actually like this one. So I might do this one straight up. Or I don't know if I can even get him for no. I think I'll do that for 5. So on these props, just because it's getting closer to the playoffs, I'm only doing half units on these. So for me, that would be $25. So I'll do over 8.5. So these would be half units right here. And then this one would be full unit. If I put these together and I was able to get great odds, I would do full unit on that one. All right, let me keep going here. So now you got Keon Johnson. This is what you said. What did I say? Keon Johnson. Let's go back to Keon Johnson. Sorry, Patrick, you distracted me. What do you mean? Well, this is what I said, and then you don't say what I said. I don't understand your question. All right. So, okay, this line is super high for this guy. I'm not touching this at all. Horrible slate. Player props look great, but overall lack of minutes. Teams tanking, reverse line moves, etc. may affect all this stuff. Props won't be tracked as final plays. Yeah, they won't be. You could take them if you want. They're optional. But they won't be tracked as my final plays. You're right. So if you want to take them, take them. If you don't, that's fine too. Either way. All right. So let's keep going here. Keon Johnson, Tatum. But you bet on them as final plays for players. We could talk about this offline. You can send me a message if you want. I'm not going to try to discuss this right here. If you want, basically what I'm trying to do here is give you as many plays as you want, or as I have in the VIP. And if you want to go with the player props, that's optional. Those are not counted as final plays. I'm still throwing them out there. I'm putting my money up. If you want to follow them, that's fine. But I'm not going to throw them into my final bet tracker as final plays because there is a lot of contradictions. Everything you just said, horrible slates. Some players they look good. It's already going to be the playoffs. There's a lot of reasoning behind why I would not count them as final plays, but I still like them. I just don't want them to mess with my tracker. So I'm still throwing it out there. You can take advantage of it, but I'm not counting them as final plays because of all the reasons you said yourself right there that you just repeated what I said. So talk to me offline if you want me further explanation on that. So Tatum, let's take a look at Tatum. I'll probably do this for if I can get it back to 20 points, I'll take a look. If I can get it for 20 points, I'll get it for 20 points. Otherwise, I'm staying away from this. What's his name is questionable over here. You got what's his name? Brown is out, so that can affect his numbers. Let me go back here. So I'll do Tatum for 20 if I can get him at 20. All right, let's keep going. We're almost done with this. D'Angelo Russell, I'm not touching. Cameron Johnson, I've already looked at, but let me take another look at the rebounds. Cameron Johnson, rebounds. So I'll get this dude at 4. It looks like his under rebounds is what people are looking at. I would do this guy for 4 rebounds. All right, let's keep going. Mark Williams for 12 rebounds. Damn, that seems high as hell. Okay, there's a few more players on here, so I'm gonna stop skipping back and forth. You get the idea. I'll just stay. I'm showing this video as skipping back and forth, so it can speed this up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is kind of go through the rest of these players, but I'm not gonna be skipping the screen back and forth. I hope that makes sense. So Mark Williams is 12 rebounds. Let's do that. Mark Williams is 12 rebounds. I'll probably do this for 10. Let's take a look at his projections here. Yeah, so we'll do Mark Williams for 10 rebounds. Okay, thanks. I was just wondering. I appreciate the explanation. Yeah, you're welcome. So, all right. Mark Williams for 10 rebounds. I'm going to take that. And then we got Tatum again for 25 points. I'm not doing that. Steph Curry for 25 is what it's saying. So let me go to Curry for 25. 25 points right here. I don't like it. I actually take this guy for 20 points, but he played yesterday, so it'll affect his performance. But he is projected to hit 27. So I'll do 20 again for this guy. He hit for us yesterday, actually, but he was on a different slip that messed it up. So this is what I'm looking at so far is Cam Johnson, Mark Williams, and Curry for 20. All right, let's keep going. Next one is Trae Young for 27. I'm staying away, and he's questionable. Let's see if we can hit the under, actually. I'm not even going to look at his under because I don't want to go against him on the under. And then it's Keon Johnson, 3 points made. Let's see. 2 3 points made. Let's take a look. 2 3 points made. No way. Staying away from that. You might want to hit that. You can see the over is right there, 140, 122. I don't like it. Derek White for 17 points. And then we got one more guy after that. And then Derek White. Derek White, you can see his under. It's okay. So let's take a look for Derek White. Because Brown is out, he's going to get more opportunities. So that's good. And then we got 18 points is the projection. So what I'll do is probably do 15 for this guy, for Derek White, 15. All right, let's see what else. And then James Harden for 17 points. James Harden for 17 points. I don't like it. If we were, again, this guy could be a damn superstar, and then the next day he could just be trash. I don't trust this guy at all, especially because he was out. Most of the players were out, and now they're back. So they're going to come back and take away time from this guy to shoot the ball. I don't like it. I don't even like. I'll probably take him for 15. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to because it's going to be too much of an ask to go to 7 points down. If I can get him cheap, I'll do 15 for Harden. I had him for 20 yesterday, and he actually hit, or 2 days ago, or something like that. I'll do 15 for this guy if I can get decent odds. So I hope this makes sense, guys. This is what I'm going with. I'm going with Cam Johnson, Zubac, Tatum. Again, Cam Johnson for 4 rebounds, Mark Williams for 4 rebounds, Curry for 20, Harden for 15, Derek White for 15. And then I actually like this, but I don't know if I want to do these straight up like that. So we'll see. I'm going to take another good look at these two right here. So don't quote me on those. And then if you want to put these together on different slips, or if you want to wait for me to post them, how I'm going to do it, it's up to you. And then what else? I'll share one more time. I'm going with, I'll put it right here. Where is this? It's kind of hard to see right there, but it's the Cavaliers money line straight up. And then right here, Celtics minus 11.5. So I do have 2 college plays. I'm going to just keep those for VIP. I will tell you the teams that I like, but I'm not going to tell you the plays. I do like, what is this? Santa Clara. It's in Spanish. Santa Clara versus UC Riverside. I actually like Santa Clara in that position. And then Arkansas State as well. So Santa Clara and Arkansas State. There's 2 Arkansas today, so be careful. I like Arkansas State and Santa Clara. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to be hopping off of here. I'm going to create a video for the free channel. And then that's about it, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Let's have another awesome day. Yesterday was they broke our streak. We were on a 5-day winning streak, and yesterday it went to a shit. So it was a 0 and 4 day yesterday. Luckily, I had that $1,000 bet that hit, so that brought me back up. So that was not counted, obviously, but I would appreciate it, guys, if whenever I post videos and you see them and I explain things, I would appreciate comments and likes and stuff like that. That does help the channel get pushed out. I'm trying to be more proactive in here, and we can go from there. So Patrick is asking about Holiday. I'll take a look, and then I'll hop off after that. So PRAs are 20.5. He did hit twice over here. It seems like it's very high right here, especially with what's his name being out. I would have to do a lot more research on this. I wouldn't. He is projected to hit 22. However, you can see he's only hit that 22 line or even 21 line. He's only hit this 20% of the time. Head-to-head is right here. You would have to go and look at the research behind. Tatum is not out. It's Brown. So Brown being out would affect these numbers. I don't have a way to do it on this screen right here. I have to go log in and do all this other stuff. So I would just stay away at this point just because it's 80%. And then you have to basically if you have what I'm trying to say is you have to look at this guy's stats without Brown. I hope that makes sense. So I would stay away. There's too many contradictions here. All right, guys, let's have a great day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here.